Who else on the free agent market was going to give Kyle Pitts $54 million over 3 years? For what? Who else was? We just saw the Wizards do this for Trae Young. Who the hell was giving Trae Young $212 million?
That's a good point.
Nobody was rushing to give Kyle Pitts $54 million. Like, there's just, I think Cunningham is. Nobody was rushing to give Kyle Pitts $54 million. He's lost the plot here, to be honest.
Wow.
In my opinion. Like,
okay. I mean, I'll just take a stab at answering that question straight away, which is that, first of all, I think the deal says that they're going to use him, and that Kevin Stefanski sees him as kind of being integral part of what he wants to do offensively. Go ahead. Yeah. Jump in.
Okay. I agree. Like, I know what Kevin Stefanski's system is. I know how he employs tight ends. I know that all of that seems good. How many times have we seen, across the NFL, where they try to do something like this, put what they think is a round peg in a round hole, and it doesn't work for a variety of reasons, right? Oh, maybe the offensive line is bad. Maybe the running game doesn't work. Maybe, the quarterback doesn't look at him as much. Like, there's 1,000 factors that we are not taking into account with that projection statement.
Maybe the sun won't shine tomorrow, man. What's going on, family? It's your boy, C-Mo, the C. Mitchell, checking in with another Bird Bath ATL. And in case you haven't heard the news so far, man, Kyle Pitts just cashed out. The Falcons just extended him $53 million over 3 years. And that makes him around third in the league on a yearly average for tight ends. He's getting an $18 million per year contract, and right now this is the highest paid ever for a 3-year contract for any player in NFL history. Now, of course, that's because other deals have been done before for more money over longer extended periods of time. But as you see, not everybody's happy about this. I feel great about it. I feel like it's a pretty good move. I don't think it's a bad move for you, but Mark Zeno is just going in on it, and I've seen a lot of other people kind of talking about this as well, too. Trent, man, what's going on, man? Tapping in with the Bird Bath, man. What have you been seeing out there with people talking about this Pitts contract, and what are your thoughts on it? Facts, man. Hold on. I think we might be missing you there on the microphone. Let's start that back over again. Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna hear you good.
Yeah, we got you on here. Go ahead.
Yeah, we got our guy. That's really all it is. If anybody on the channel, most of the people on our channel, they on the same page along who we want here and who we don't. So I think it's safe to say we got our guy. He's locked in. I'm happy about that, and I'm actually shocked it was so soon.
Right. I mean, I think it's a good move to go ahead and go with it now. I've heard a lot of people and seen a lot of people. One of their biggest qualms with it is that we haven't paid Bijan yet. I do think that you want to maximize paying Bijan before he gets too old as a running back. You don't want those good years to go to waste and not have him under contract while he's still younger. I think right now he's 23, 24 years old. So
I hear you,
but yeah, at the same time, I believe that they're going to potentially get him a deal signed before camp comes up. Or
I wouldn't be shocked. The guy we brought in, Johnston, the salary cap guy. Mm-hmm. I'm starting to think we're gonna just pay everybody, but I'm old school, man. We're not paying a running back. Period. He want the ball too much. I want to see if can he carry the load, basically. I wouldn't say what I'm alluding to out loud, but I
You
just hope
you think that they might not want to pay Bijan, or that they might go without paying
they
Bijan?
want to, of course, but they play running back. You pay them, they out for season. So
I mean, I
I
think
don't, I don't mind them dragging their feet
right.
just to make sure. You know,
Make sure of what exactly?
he gonna stay healthy. He want a big load.
I mean, he hasn't been hurt so far. I mean, it's the NFL. Everybody gets injured. There's no guarantee. I mean, he could come in and get hurt now, and I don't think that's a way, a grounds to be able to say, oh, see, I knew you were going to get hurt, so that's why we didn't pay you, or anything like that.
They're not gonna say that. They would never say that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say that out loud, really. But
Well, I mean, I don't even think it's a sentiment that they can even really, even essentially have, because you know what I mean. It's like Christian McCaffrey. He wasn't hurt until he got hurt. I think that Bijan also. I don't think you can look at him as just a running back. He is a utility player that lines up all over the field. We're talking about a running back who can legitimately line up at the slot or even out wide and run legit wide receiver routes. I mean, he's running comebacks and curl routes. He can run the wheel route. You can
he can do it all back.
Yeah, you can run him on slants, and you can kind of hit him with the screen pass. I mean, he runs pretty much a full and complete route tree as a player, and I think he just makes your offense that much more dynamic with the touches that he gets, and he doesn't have to take a pounding like that. He's probably going to get anywhere between 12 to 15 carries a game. The rest of his touches a lot of times are going to come through the air as well too. So I think it's a smart move to pay a running back, but what with this deal?
I would like to know the number of carries Chubb was getting when he was getting them big numbers. I just want to see, can they carry the load, basically. We let Algier go, and I do think Robinson Jr. brings a little more to the table, but I just want to see how they run them. I want to see, can they carry the load.
I mean, honestly, Nick Chubb had very similar carries to what Bijan Robinson has been getting right now as well too. I mean, they ran mostly a two-back system up there. You got to keep in mind they had Kareem Hunt when Stefanski was up there and with those Browns. So I think he's going to be fine. And again, that's why we got Brian Robinson. He does some similar things to Tyler Algier, but he also kind of has a little bit more of a home run punch to him as well too. And I think that they want to even have another running back aside from that. That's why we went ahead and got Goodson. I mean, I think they brought a nice. I mean, Goodson is a pretty good number 3 running back. He's a good number 2 running back on a lot of teams in this NFL. So to have him as a number 3 option out there for you, I think that they want to be able to play as much positionless football as possible. I think that they want to be able to bring as much versatility on the field. They want to be able to line up with all these different guys at different positions, but also be able to audible and switch out to different looks with some of the same personnel as well too. I mean, it puts you in a position where you can kind of go no huddle a lot, and even going back to that, I mean, Pitts. I was trying to find this graphic where Joe Patrick was kind of talking about the alignment of Kyle Pitts over the last 4 years that we've had him so far. I mean, going back to his rookie year, I think he spent the most time, the most even amount of snaps between out wide, at slot, and at the in tight alignment as a true tight end. I think it was about 33, 33, 33 or something like that, 32, 31, 33. Then the following year, it was still somewhat similar and close when we had Jonnu Smith. But then the last 2 years with not Stefanski, but Zach Robinson, it was like 50% at tight end, maybe like 20% at slot, and then a few more slot snaps out there, maybe 15 to 20-something% out there, out wide.
I forgot his name. Man, it's the first time I've moved on from Zach Robinson. I almost forgot his name.
Right.
Zach Robinson, man, he was like an anchor, man. He was just holding us back, and just unprofessional. That's the easiest way to say it. Just unprofessional. not making the changes, and just the predictability. Like, it's the NFL, man. It's the
Right.
NFL.
Right, I agree. I think Zach Robinson definitely was not getting the most out of Pitts. He was not using him uh, in matters that were even to the best of Kyle Pitts' abilities. I actually heard on that same, and I urge you guys go check out that if you're just not tuning in with us. We're kind of talking about the Kyle Pitts situation. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notifications bell so you can stay up to date with what we got going on. But in that same interview with Zeno, with Mark Zeno as Joe Patrick was really talking about how a lot of the snaps that Kyle Pitts had last year, he would line up in line as a tight end, kind of block and then rub out into the flats for a little dump off type of pass.
I remember.
Yeah, and he wasn't. They made him not a primary read, not even a secondary read. And for those of you out there who may not necessarily know, and for y'all who do know, you get exactly where we're coming from. There's a progression list, or the quarterbacks have to go through their progressions. And if it's either left to right, right to left, you have your first read. If he's not there, then you go to your second person, and then it's all in progression of where you look to next. And you basically draw these plays up based on where that person is lined up on the field. So if you have him on the backside doing something, or if you have him as the other read, a lot of times it's hard to get to that read. But then, as his tight end coach also said during the camp, I mean, sometimes he is a read and they take that away. I mean, I've seen a lot of film.
See, I'm happy, you
Yeah.
know, because I watched a lot of film too.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was some of those.
I've seen a safety and a linebacker. Yeah, he'll take a safety and a linebacker across the middle.
I would like to. I wish my memory was better. I could pull them up because I've talked to you about in our Kyle Pitts blocking talk. I talk about how he didn't check and release. Not bad, but he doesn't check long enough for the play to develop. One of those, he was the read. He didn't hold him long enough to get the screen.
Right.
You're getting the ball if you do your job.
Well, they got no business running tight end screens to him anyway. But I got you with that. There's been some times where he's kind of had a couple of brain farts. There's been like, missing on some audibles on some plays and things like that. And keep in mind, not to make excuses for him, but they are asking him to do a whole lot of things. So I do believe for that matter, I think he's only going to get better. I think that there's been a lot more on his plate that we're asking him to do that he's able to learn to do, and he's getting better at it as well too. I think he's going to become more of a red zone target for us. That's what we need him to be, and I think that we saw glimpses of that. Where we know Penix isn't afraid to go to him, so I think it's a good move. I think that for one, I will tell you that this move frees up enough cap space. It increases our cap space this year in spending availability by about $3 million more, and then next year we're going to have a ton of cap space. Of course, there's a lot of one-year deals, but at least we get to see what these guys are looking like, and we'll be able to decide who we want to re-sign and extend as well.
I'm gonna shout out our from Philly, Bryce Johnston, in the front office again. Because I thought about that $3 million cap hit. It's a difference of $3 million versus playing them on the tag. So if you can go ahead and lock them down for 3 more years for just another $3 million, when you playing with almost 200, what's $3 million?
And yeah, it's a piggyback on that point, man. This is essentially like a 2-year deal. Because it's $3 million. Yeah, you could get out of this deal in about 2 years, for the most part, if it doesn't work out for you as well too.
And you know who has to have a contract in 2 years?
Who's that?
Bijan Robinson.
I think they're going to get that deal done before that, but I think they need to extend Divine Diablo.
I want him before they pay. I want Divine next. I wanted him before Kyle. Put some money on the defense. Show love on the other side of the ball.
Right. We got Jesse coming up as well too soon. So we're gonna read a couple of comments, and then we're gonna talk about somebody else that I'm hearing them speak a lot more on during camp as well too, on the defensive side of things. Shout out to Not Smoking Steve in the comments. He says Matt Ryan at QB had KP looking like a straight up unit. Move him around, pre-snap, line him up, in different spots, pick on smaller DBs or slower linebackers, seam routes, anything, man. And he's got to get used properly. And man, me and you were talking about that earlier, Trent. That seam route that they like to, like Kyle's a beast in that seam.
Oh yeah, they love Penix when he throwing that seam route with the game on the line, but next week he sucks.
I will say this, Matt Ryan. I think it's interesting because, like he said, when Matt Ryan was throwing to him, KP was looking like a beast out there. Now, I did hear something on Mike Florio before where he was saying that it was a rumor that Matt Ryan didn't really like throwing to Pitts that much, but he had his best numbers in terms of yardage with Matt Ryan out there at quarterback. And I think that Matt Ryan kind of understands the matchup problem that he can pose.
Man, doesn't Matt Ryan solve all answers?
I mean, he's the best quarterback we ever had.
He is back,
and he knows what it takes to get there to a Super Bowl too. So there is that, man. So I'm not mad with the direction of where they're going. And I like this this salary cap guy that we brought in for Philly as well too. I think they've done a really good job in the front office of bringing in a multitude of different guys that specialize in things that Matt Ryan doesn't specialize in, and also getting people who are stronger at some of the strengths that Ian Cunningham may not be as great with. Cunningham's really good with getting the trades. They got the other guy who's pretty solid with trades, but then they got a salary cap guru as well too. And there's going to be a lot of grooming and learning.
We're seeing the fruits of our labor off the field. This ain't even Falcons. I don't know who we are.
The Dan Man says, go ahead and extend Ian Cunningham's contract for 7+ years because he's cooking like grandma's reunion.
Give him 10.
Yo, the funny part is that Zeno was saying, like, at the beginning of the show, man, Dan Mans, if you just now checking in with us, go back and rewind at the very beginning. We were playing clips from Mark Zeno going in about his thoughts on this KP extension. And he's like, man, he feels like he's already lost it by doing this move right now. So it's kind of interesting. We will see what happens during the season, though, but I like where Cunningham has been at.
Zeno's so angry he can't see the grand scheme of things.
Yo, Zeno is one of the most shot. All respect to the guy who's doing what he's done, but he seems like one of the grumpiest, most pessimistic coverage guys on the Falcons that we got locally.
We talking over 150 million in cap. What is another 3? We got Kyle Pitts for another 3 million.
And I mean, like, honestly, it's a lot of money, but these guys get paid a lot of money to do what they get to do. Like,
and he can't get paid no more because he's already under a contract.
Right. And I don't think,
no matter if he have 2,000 yards.
If he outperforms it, I don't think that he's going to at all be tripping about where he's at with it. But I think he can. This is a real feasible amount that he can live up to. And again, I think you're hard pressed to get a lot better than. I don't think that there are 5 tight ends that are better than him in the league. Maybe there's 2 or 3 that you might potentially take, but I think it becomes debatable. There's only 1 or 2 tight ends that I think that are hands down just better all the way around, and that's George Kittle and the boy out in Oakland from UGA.
Man,
so
looking back, this is going to be good because when other tight ends start getting their deals in these years coming up, and we looking at people getting 20 million and Kyle Pitts is only getting 18, I'm like, that ain't that bad, especially if he producing.
Right. Now, moving on, because only time is going to tell about Kyle Pitts and where we're at with that and how good of a move that's really going to turn out to be for us. But there is a little bit of, I've been hearing some more buzz about how impressed they are with Christian Harrison, who we signed from the Texans last year, who was with the Texans last year, but we signed him in the offseason as a free agent for us. And as much as they like the kid out of LSU, they're saying that they believe that Christian Harrison is probably more than likely going to be our starting linebacker out there next to Divine Diablo, and
I,
I kind
I
of
said
agree.
that the day we signed him.
Yeah,
I
right,
knew that the day we signed him. When I of course I didn't know nothing about him. I didn't know who he was. I
right.
looked at a little bit of tape off jump. I said, "Oh, he moving left to right. Like I ain't never seen Caden Ellis do."
Right.
Caden Ellis left my mind as soon as I seen Christian Harris.
I mean, and he definitely has an athleticism that he brings to the table that Caden Ellis doesn't bring. I don't think he's quite the blitzer that Caden
This
Ellis
is going
was.
to be the exact same thing as Nate Lamon leaving and Diablo coming in. Yes, Nate Lamon got 150 tackles, but we ain't complaining about Devon Diablo.
Right.
So it's gonna be the same thing. Yes, Caden Ellis is gonna do this and that. Christian Harris is gonna do what we need.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, and one reason and again, I'm very high on the rookies that we have, but to your point, Trent, when you were saying, hey, man, no need to rush the young boys out there. Let Christian Harris do what he does at first. Linebacker is very much like playing quarterback in this league a little bit as well, too. Sometimes you can come in off top and do what you need to do, but there's a lot of moving parts. It's almost like quarterback or safety to an extent. You got to be able to read, react, and process fast at the position. And so you can have the athleticism, but you may not react fast enough, or you may not be able to process what you're seeing fast enough at the game speed. Or you might be able to process and have some athleticism or the speed, but you may not have the strength that it takes on a play-by-play basis, or the endurance to be able to stand up to that, or your body hadn't been able to take it.
I respect basically awareness, like you were saying. I just call it just trusting your eyes. And with Perkins and Daniels, I haven't really looked enough to feel like they trust in there. Like when it's Walker and Pierce, like that's what we was talking about last summer when we was looking at their college tags. Like they trust their eyes, they see it, they don't fall for it. They don't fall for the play action. They trust what they see. They see the reverse coming, they trust it.
Right.
So I got to see if I'm pretty sure Perkins looked like he played like that, but I'm questionable on Daniels because I think he's a gambler. I think he's not one that's probably trusts his eyes, but I'll have to watch more.
I mean, he's a very instinctive player. From some of the footage that I've seen, the biggest thing about him is that we know he's a playmaker. He's a guy that definitely can make plays for you all over the field, and that's one of the biggest things with him is the athleticism and the speed that he has out there. He could do a lot more in coverage for you as well too, but he has tremendous closing speed. And he's really good with his blitz as well too. I mean, he's been able to play off the edge, all that stuff. He's a little bit more undersized in comparison to Christian Harrison, but yeah, I actually like where Daniels is. I just think he has to get used to that game speed. But again, he's a guy that if he never got hurt, I mean, they were kind of talking about him as a first or second round draft prospect as well too. So
he's a monster. He has potential. He's a monster. I really want him to be him because look at our speed. Like everybody runs a four. We got an offense running playing linebacker. We got receivers out there.
Essentially, and so I want people to also keep in mind too. There's this whole thing that when you do a lot of different things good, sometimes they don't let you ever excel at the one thing that you do great. And he's one of those guys. I mean, they line him up in the slot to play the nickel. They line him up at the edge. They played him at a lot of plays at linebacker. In our camp, they've already said that they're going to play him at will linebacker. They're playing him at will linebacker a lot as well too. But again, for that very reason, I think that as a first and second down player, and even to be able to use him on third downs, if we would have never drafted these rookies or some of these other guys, I believe he would have been our 3-down starting second linebacker as well too. And again, I think he can definitely do some things that Caden Ellis wouldn't have been able to do. So I think that experience.
Tap in with my boy Steve, not smoking Steve, man. He I like what he's saying.
He says
draft capital. Ian Cunningham, we probably looking at 7-8 picks every year he's here. When Billy Bowman come back, that's our guy.
I agree. I think Bowman.
What's this last one? The defense as a whole. Same thing. What I tell you, the defense is going to keep us in games.
Agreed. I think that this defense has it basically where we don't need to have our quarterback go out here and win the game for us. We just need him to kind of manage things a little bit more. And I think that he's gonna really, help out tremendously with Penix, or at least be able to take Tua to the next level if we have to depend on Tua. I think that Penix is gonna basically win out because he has the tangibles. And he also has intangibles like better decision making. He doesn't take sacks. He doesn't throw the football into bad decisions. Even though he's got that strong arm, he doesn't rely on his arm strength alone. But I think that Stefanski is really going to help him out with being that quarterback that you want to be and grooming him into being that. One thing that really stood out that I heard about when we signed Stefanski was that Matt Ryan talked to Joe Flacco about what he thought about Stefanski as a quarterback coach, or as a coach. He said, yeah, this guy he really teaches quarterbacks well. And we've seen him be able to take a lot less talented quarterbacks and do a little bit more with them and even be able to make the playoffs. I mean, hell, he was, in my humble opinion, a huge part of turning around Baker Mayfield's career to start and begin with, because Baker
There
was
another one. Did he have Jameis Winston?
he had Jameis up there. Man, he took Case Keenum to the playoffs, man. Like,
And maybe it was Case Keenum.
no, he had Jameis. He
Well, I
had
know he had
Jameis.
them both,
He
but-
had Jameis in Cleveland as well too. Yes.
One of the years, I think it was with Jameis Winston. I think he had like his highest passing rating was under Kevin Stefanski.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it ain't great, but Baker ain't the only quarterback he's had success with.
I mean, right. I mean, I think it was great that he even went to Cleveland up there after went to the playoffs in Cleveland after they got rid of Baker as well too. And I don't even think he wanted to get rid of Baker. He was not on board with the Deshaun Watson thing or any of those other moves that they made either as well too. So I think that here in Atlanta he's going to have a little bit more stability with what he's able to do. So
Yeah, I gave him a clean slate, and just my personal opinion on probably 12 and a half out of 13 of those quarterbacks, they were that bad. It was nothing you could do.
Right. No, I agree, man. So, man, that's pretty much our time for today, man. This was somewhat unexpected. I will say that at the beginning of the year, or at the beginning of the offseason, I was expecting that they were signing Kyle Pitts with that franchise deal in order to get a deal going. But I thought that the deadline had already come at this point in time. So to get the news that we got today earlier, it was a good, pleasant surprise. I'm glad that we are locking up the nucleus of our playmakers and getting some chemistry with these guys. And I don't agree with what Zeno is saying. If our quarterback situation isn't good this year, we will go get us a quarterback and shore that up. Or whatever.
Man, he can't see the overall, man.
Yeah.
If we signing people with just a little bit buffer, basically, you know, and when time comes, if they falling off, they can fall off. We can pay somebody else coming up. I look at this over the contract, 3-4 years. I mean, that's what they signed him for, multiple years. I'm not looking at just right now.
And I mean, you don't get better by not signing good players.
True.
You
At
know
the
what I'm
end of the
saying?
day, like you said earlier, it's not like we won or lost any more games. If you got the money, why not spend it?
I want you to spend the money every year. And that's the funny thing. I never understand where fans are like, oh my God, we're paying them all this money. Like, listen, man, I want it. Like, what's the alternative? We need pass catchers. One of the biggest weaknesses last year was being able to have more playmakers out there and having wide receivers that can consistently do something outside of Drake London. I think that you still have a problem with Kyle Pitts out there at tight end if you have to game plan against him. But adding Jahan Dotson and then going and getting Zachariah Branch on top of that, you could really throw some different packages out there. You can keep running these guys down the field, and as these DBs are getting out of breath as well too. So I think it's going to be something really to look forward to.
This is probably the most talented room we've had in a long time. There's a lot of talent in that room.
Definitely.
Everybody is first round material. Everybody.
Yep. And we raised the talent in the secondary at the cornerback position as well too. So, but yeah, man, we're gonna get up out of here, man. Stay tuned for any other updates. Keep in mind, camp will be starting up. Training camp will be starting up soon. We are going to post the training camp schedule on Point Game Officials post on YouTube. So make sure that you keep checking in with us for that. If you can't find it, you will always be able to check it right there as well too. And we will be getting out there to camp as well too. We're going to be doing some more giveaways during the summer. Again, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If you haven't already, hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with everything that we doing out here, baby. It's your boy C Mo to C Mitchell checking out for the Bird Bath ATL, man.
And shout out Kyle Pitts. Secured that bag.
And men, check on your mental health as well too, man. Deuces.